What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Film Session. So down the stretch in Indiana's loss to Northwestern on Tuesday night, the Hoosiers failed to make a field goal for about 9.5 minutes. It's one of the key reasons why they ended up blowing the lead. So let's diagnose what happened here. So I'm not going to torture you with every miss that Indiana had during this stretch, but I think Northwestern just ended up playing much better defense, sound defense in this half. Indiana also missed some easier looks. They missed some tough looks. And to go back to Northwestern's defense, they had some decent rim protection as well beyond stopping some stuff on the perimeter. So as we get into this here, this is not too long after Tucker DeVries made Indiana bucket at about 10:04. Which was the last one they made until about 30 seconds left in the game. So they're running stuff here, not much going on. We got Wilkerson darting to the left corner now, and we got Alexis trying to set a screen for him here. Kind of nothing doing over there. So we're at 14 seconds. Not much is happening for Indiana. A little stalling around. Okay, let's try a ball screen now, which Alexis tries to set here. And what happens out of this? Nothing. So now Enright's realizing he's got 7 seconds left. He's going to drive this. And he's bottled up pretty well. So we do have the situation where with about 5 seconds left, there's a little bit of help defense that comes in from Northwestern here. But then there's a pretty good closeout. And we got, run this back just a little bit. We got a contested three-pointer in the corner with 3 seconds to go. So I think, what Indiana ran here, Northwestern covered up pretty well. And Indiana was a little stagnant, and this led to not the best look for the Hoosiers with just 3 seconds to go on the shot clock, which does not fall. Okay, another sound, long defensive possession from the Wildcats here. The full court press they're throwing in. Ball eventually comes to Enright. And he brings it up, and Indiana's going to start off in that staggered ball screen set, which I feel like every film session I'm breaking down at least one play where they're starting off in this. So Page ends up hedging hard on this to stop Enright, and it's kind of hard for him to see what's going on otherwise. Gives it to DeVries, and it looks like maybe there's a sliver of space to get the ball to Sam Alexis as Page has this long recovery, but Martinelli is pinched down on the help a bit. So what DeVries ends up doing is throwing the skip pass to Dorn in the corner. Good three-point shooter out of the corner. Good pass, right? Well, Martinelli ends up recovering back out. Page has now got Alexis down here. But as he comes out, he's going to really play the three-pointer because it's Dorn. So Dorn is able to drive the closeout. But Page gets there. Biggest guy on the court, verticality. Garavino has come down on Alexis as a singleton here, so he's got two guys down on Alexis, so there's not a quick dump off here. All right, well, Indiana's got Lamar Wilkerson in the corner, but Garavino gets out there. And then we drive the closeout again, and as Wilkerson gets in, they call this a block. It's kind of stripped when he's going up, so this is a block that Garavino had on him. And Northwestern comes down. Garavino is sprinting the court, gets the ball, takes it in. 6-point lead down to 4. Okay. Next couple. So we're going to show here now too. Wilkerson did get to the line a few times during the stretch, and that was kind of some of the only points Indiana got because they weren't making shots at all. But we're going to show again here. He's going to drive on Singleton, and here comes Page, and it's another block for Wilkerson. So while he did have a little success getting in and getting fouled, Northwestern was able to just kind of, here's 2 plays in a row. We got bottled up as he was going in. And then here's two tough shots that Indiana just isn't able to convert here. I think we don't look at Northwestern as a super athletic team, but I think between Page's length and then you can see Singleton here on Wilkerson. He certainly has some length here as well. Guarding him. And so with 16 seconds left on the shot clock, we got Wilkerson who's going to try to drive him. He bodies him. Wilkerson gets pushed out a bit. He tries to get back in, and then he's kind of got this fall away, 10-footer here, 12-footer that he's trying to hit on him, and it does not fall. And we know Indiana was also not offensive rebounding during the stretch at all either. So another empty possession here. And then we're going to see a pretty similar one from Tucker DeVries here. He gets the ball. Oh, am I going to shoot the three-pointer? No, I'm going to fake it. I'm going to drive left on Singleton, right? So, and he's got him facing this way a bit. This looks pretty good. Driving the closeout sort of here. But Singleton's able to do the same thing he did to Wilkerson. Throw the body into him. We got Page coming over here to try to ward off. So we got, again, 2 defenders down on the low left block, just like we saw with Wilkerson 2 plays ago when he got blocked. So DeVries is, okay, I got to turn back around to try to not get my shot blocked. And he's got another tough fall away here too. Singleton's decently outstretched on him. Doesn't fall. Now we're going to look at 2 plays where Indiana had some pretty good looks from 3. They did not really hit the 3-ball in the second half here either, which we know can be very detrimental to Indiana getting points this season. So here's a baseline out of bounds. And we got basically Wilkerson running through 2 screens here to get the ball in the corner for the shot. Bailey gets a good job of getting a body on the defender there. So we got Wilkerson. I mean, he's, it's corner. He's moving a bit, but he's got plenty of daylight on this 3-pointer. And it just doesn't fall. Okay, now it's DeVries' turn to miss a pretty good look at 3 here. So a little semi-transition, really in transition. We got DeVries maybe lining up for this 3. We got Dorn in the corner, and we got Reed, who's got to guard both these guys. And what ends up happening is DeVries whips the pass down, and then he passes right back as he's open. But we'll see Caravino. He sees it. Boom. He's going to come on the closeout here and really goes after it and flies by him. So DeVries does have to reset a little bit. It's subtle, maybe because he doesn't get this fully in rhythm, but he still gets a pretty wide open look here. I mean, you'll take this from him, right? And it just does not fall. So yeah, there's kind of a variety of things happening for Indiana here. Didn't miss open shots, didn't miss tough shots. I think Northwestern defended better at the rim and on the perimeter, and you kind of add that all up, and all of a sudden, Indiana just could not score for 9.5 minutes in this game, and really pretty much the worst loss of the season, and came at a tough time here. So, yep, that's all for this one. We will catch you in the next one.